Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the We're Not Stumped podcast. I'm your host, Mike Bolland, and welcome to Headlines. Headlines for the week of November 4th. Today is November 7th. I'm only going to do two headlines because, like I said last week, I want to talk about some organization, and I'm going to do that last today. And I can't wait to get to this organization. One that I don't know too much about, but I did some reading on it, and I'm excited to kind of pass along some information about it. Some show notes. Got to remember, 2 weeks ago, October 29th, I had an interview with the stars of Daruma, John Lawson, who's missing both of his hands, Tobias Forrest, who is a quadriplegic, and Abigail Hawk from CBS Blue Bloods. That came out 2 weeks ago. It's a great episode. It was so insightful. I can't thank him enough for being on the podcast. And just 2 days ago, November 5th, Susan Fumagalli was on. Susan has had osteointegration, and she talks about it extensively from a user perspective, from both the patient perspective of a double amputee, so from her perspective, but plus using it for a while. And she's been on it. She has nothing but great things to say about it. So strongly urge you to watch that particular podcast. It is a good one. Or listen to it, whatever you want to do. Remember, this podcast is on all different platforms. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio. It's on It's on Amazon Music. It's on everything. Plus, there's a website you got to remember, because I can't have an apostrophe in the URL, we'renotstumped.com. So if you want to be a guest, or you want to give me some feedback, or you would like to tell me about your event that you're having, go to we'renotstumped.com and let me know about it. There's a contact us form right there. It's easy to do. I read everything that comes to me when it comes to this podcast because I really enjoy doing it. And this is getting close to the 90th episode of this podcast. So thank you to all the listeners and thank you to everyone who's been on the podcast. I really appreciate it. So let's get to headline number one. This one comes courtesy from Rachel Pellegrino, and this is from WOWKTV.com. WowKTV.com. This is out of Charleston, West Virginia, and the headline is Rising Above, West Virginia Teen Positive Influence on Family After Amputation. So the story goes, a West Virginia family is rising above through perseverance, showing gratitude even on the worst days. Their positive inspiration is 17-year-old Mason Jones. His mother said he's a miracle after almost losing him last year to a rare, near-fatal illness. It's been horrible, but he's had really, really positive spirit throughout, like he's ready to take on whatever comes his way now, McMillan said. He's a miracle, absolutely a miracle, and his attitude just says everything. In April of 2023, Jones was diagnosed with streptococcal toxic shock syndrome after coming down with what the family thought was strep throat. He spent months on life support before receiving yet another life-changing diagnosis. He made it through, but he developed flesh-eating bacteria, McMillan said, so he ended up having to have his hands and feet amputated. Despite everything, Jones stays positive and continues to find a way to still do what he loves, like playing video games, texting, and creating art. We've almost healed, and we're going to get the prosthetics refitted and relearn how to walk and just get moving. Just get going because he's ready, McMillan said. He's got big hopes and big dreams. Those hopes and dreams include becoming a doctor. Jones said he was inspired by those who saved his life, and one day he'll hopefully be able to pay it forward. They've been nothing short of amazing, he said. They're like family now. And I can't say it enough. I can't describe how thankful I am for still being alive because of them. That's absolutely amazing. Jones is working to navigate what it means to be an amputee as part of his journey. He's finding ways to still do what he loves. He's done so good, McMillan said. I'm so proud of him. So if you want to learn more about this teen, his name is Mason Jones. There is a GoFundMe if you'd like to support him or find out more. If you go to GoFundMe, there's a hashtag Mason Strong, and you can find out a little bit more about him. Donate if you're able to. Send positive vibes however you can. Mason, we're in your corner. Good luck, and I can't wait to see you become the doctor that I know you will become. Let's go to headline Number two, headline number two. This is a cool story. This one comes from Sam Granville, and this is out of Cottondale, Florida. This comes courtesy of mypanhandle.com. And again, it's Sam Granville. The headline is Local Double Amputee Takes a Swing at Baseball. And this one just came to me today. I just found this one today. This story is actually from March 6th of 2023. I couldn't find any updates. I hope he's doing well, but I wanted to pass on this story because I think it is fascinating. High school sophomore Jacob Brown is playing for his first ever season of organized baseball at Cottondale and doing so as a double amputee. It's the first time I've tried out for the team, Brown said. I've always played for fun with my friends and family, and I always used to do great. So I was just like, well, if I do great with them, maybe I can do great on the field. Cottondale head coach Skylar Davis said that Brown's hard work and recognizable effort earned him a spot on the Hornets JV team. Congratulations on that, Jacob. Brown was born without his tibia bones and with deformities in his feet. This forced amputation on both legs around the knee at just age 2. I see somebody doing something, I'm like, gosh, I wish I can do that, but obviously I can't, Brown said. And it's like some days you just want to give up, and then some days you're just like, hey, it's whatever. Brown's condition is one that only 1 in a million children are born with, but it's not always something he sees as a negative. People say having no legs would be bad, but if you think about it, it's great, Brown said, because the more you do better than the other person, it's so much harder, then it just makes you motivated to do more. The sophomore does not bat for the Hornets JV, but he does play in the infield where he's made a name for himself at second base. He plays harder than anyone, Coach David said. He dives at everything. He does have an advantage with ground balls. He plays low to the ground. He can scoop it up with the best of them. What a great story. I can get lower than other people and easier, Brown said. I can pop up and just throw to first or second or third or wherever I have to throw it. Brown's hard work and dedication has been contagious in the Hornets dugout, but it's also sparked inspiration in the Cottondale community, something he hopes to spread to others with disabilities. I just take it every day as a challenge to get better and better and do the best I can. I want my situation to inspire others. A lot of people say you can't do it, but anything's possible. Jacob, great job. I'm rooting for you. I hope the update is one of positive. If anyone out there knows Jacob or knows the update on Jacob, I'll try to do some more research on myself, but let me know. This is already awesome. This is already great, but I'm sure he's done other great things, and I can't wait to hear from him. Congratulations, Jacob Brown. Headline number 3 is an organization, like I said earlier, that I want to spotlight. I don't know too much about them personally, but I ran across them, and I would just want to highlight them. This is called Beautifully Made Community, and they are at beautifullymadecommunity.org. They are a nonprofit, and here's a little bit about them. Bridging the gap between limb difference discovery and finding community by providing our resources and collaborative events to hospital networks across the United States and Canada. It is so cool. So a little bit about what they do, and I have to say there's a friend of mine named Bella that I met at Camp No Limits who is in a picture here. Hi, Bella, if you happen to be listening. Hi, Bella, great to see you. So there's a couple things. There's 3 different things I want to talk about with this organization that they promote on their website. And again, their website is beautifullymadecommunity.org. So creating meaningful relationships. Beautifully Made Community connects individuals and families with limb difference to others who are looking for support. We strive to connect our communities with inclusive resources, businesses, and authors through our media, events, and resources. So section number 2 talks about learning together. Beautifully Made Community provides resources, education, community, and representation to empower families, loved ones, and individuals with limb difference. We also provide resources, educational tools, and community outreach support to healthcare professionals seeking more information related to limb difference. And section number 3, community outreach. Collaboration with our community is at the utmost importance to us. By forming meaningful connections, we're able to provide relevant resources, community outreach, and hospital events. Well, I'm looking forward to learning more. If anyone from the organization wants to come on the podcast to talk about what they do, obviously you're always welcome. But again, that is beautifullymadecommunity.org. Go check them out. Well, that's it for headlines for this week. What week is it? Today is November 7th, 2024. If you can believe that. I hope you don't have your Christmas stuff up yet because it's too early. Wait until after Thanksgiving, like all of us sane people. And above all, have a great week, everyone.